joining me today. Hello and welcome to the Sports Box. Welcome again, and as usual, my experts are here, and today we'll be looking at the Champions League and the performance, especially of the English teams, so-called the best league in the world. How are their teams performing? We will see. My experts are here. So, guys, performance of English teams at the Champions League. What say you?
Very disappointing. Very disappointing. Chelsea is holding on, as we all know. Not only in Champions League in Europe, but also in Premiership. They are playing very well. Although the last couple of games they were also not so convincing. The team that I'm the most surprised with, of course, is Manchester City, the team that, in my view, has a longer bench than Bayern Munich, I would argue. In the last couple of years, they were buying heavily, and they don't have results to show, you know, that investment.
Well, they're not good. They're not good in Champions League. That's basically what the argument is. Is what's their problem? Like, what are they? What's missing? I mean, they had coaches change, they had players change. You can make 3 teams out of that bench.
Exactly.
But what is the problem? I mean, that's basically. And I personally, I don't know how to answer that question.
Already rumors that Pellegrini is going to get sacked. Already rumors that they want to purchase more players. Most importantly, though, with all the stuff that they've done, they've won as many games in the league as Manchester United.
The sad part of it is they seem to have a very good midfield and attack. The defense is rather poor. Somebody argued that they don't have a leader in defense apart from Kompany, who seem to be performing well. But when Kompany is not there, they leak a lot of goals.
I want to bring up this small little subject. I don't want to go into detail about what's the little things like defense, midfield. Now I just want to say overall, when they play in Premier, it's like they know how to do it, and I think that's what's great about Champions League is that you get these clubs from these countries who they have their own style of playing, their own rules, their own all kinds of things. And then you come to Champions League, it's a whole different world.
If you are a good player, you're a good player. You have to perform wherever you find
Well, we're
yourself.
talking about the team itself.
Absolutely.
There are plenty of players. We know that. And they all have the capability of doing anything. But the problem is the team itself. Like if you're going to keep doing what you do in Premier, it's not working.
If you want to pinpoint one problem comparing to their last season, although even last season Manchester City was not that successful in Europe, I would say it's Yaya Toure. He's not playing at the same level like last year. Last year he was scoring so many goals, and this year, even in Premiership, they're not doing that well.
Players dip in form sometimes. A case in points last year, Messi was not performing as well as he should. This time around, he appeared to have picked it up a bit. He's equaled Raul's record of 71 goals. What say you? Intense rivalry between him and Ronaldo.
I think at first, maybe, that's just my opinion, maybe Neymar coming into the team was a little bit of a, unbalanced thing. But now they found each other. And you're seeing this kind of a very, very friendship between each other. Now Suarez is coming in the middle, so that's
The X factor.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I look at that and I say something is funny about this, and somehow, some way, it's working, and I'm like, okay.
But for the first time, Barcelona seemed to be struggling a bit. I mean, at the start they were going strong in the La Liga games. All of a sudden
I think it's normal during the season that all teams have a little bit, highs and lows. If you hit a couple of you have a couple of bad games, couple of unexpected results, that can shake your self-confidence, and that's a big issue.
We always talk about Barcelona and Real Madrid all the time, and for quite a while it's become those two teams for many years. But the biggest question was, when was this going to ever end? And maybe it's time, it's getting close.
It's not just La Liga where that's happening. You see what's happening this year with Dortmund. They're near the bottom of the Bundesliga. That just happens a lot. And you saw that too with in the EPL this year, the sorts of divisions. Southampton, who sold off all their players, is up at the top. But you have a lot of other teams that have struggled during the course of the season there too. So it's ups and downs. There have been very high expectations for City since their owner is full of money.
Right.
And they bought so many players, and they only have one league title to show for it, and that took a Manchester United epic collapse to have that happen.
How about Liverpool? I mean, they invested tons of money that they got last year by selling Suarez to Barcelona, and they are doing so poorly.
Somebody was arguing that Liverpool overperformed last year because they were not supposed to do as well as they did because they were building.
Yeah.
Suarez was taken out, and now we all see that they did not finish building. Let's look at whether Real Madrid will have the players to retain the Champions League they won last year.
No.
Are they capable?
No.
I think there are stronger teams that can easily beat Real Madrid.
No.
Real Madrid. Listen, look. Real Madrid is up there. I'm telling you, it is up there. We don't have to argue about that. They're a very, very strong team. They are the champions. No, they have weaknesses. Real Madrid always has weaknesses, and their defense is a weakness.
What we said before, some of these teams during the season, they go kind of like, they have ups and downs. They had their down, they started kind of very poorly in the season, and now they're reaching their peak. Maybe they will peak too soon for champion. I mean, they will definitely go very far.
I really do think, and I know Chelsea kind of shocked the world a couple of years ago when they won the Champions League out of nowhere. I actually think they're one of the better teams in the Champions League. I think they have an ability to compete with teams like Real Madrid pretty easily. They haven't been pushed in the Champions League, I feel like they could be. They have more in the tank.
They appear to be cruising.
Yeah. And wouldn't it be interesting, too, with Mourinho on the sideline against a Real Madrid team?
Well, thank you, folks, for coming. This is about all time will permit us for today in the Sports Box. Bye for now.